Hello, today I'm going to give you a few hints and tips in relation to the triphase cable. The triphase cable is a cable, surprise. It was originally designed for use with the E-Stim Systems 2B, however you will get some effect with our electrode pebble as it's also a dual channel power unit. Triphase connects both channels together so the waveforms are combined, creating a set of outputs that are far more complex than the originals and have been described by some in the past as 3D. With normal cables on the 2B, you get a waveform from channel A and a separate waveform from channel B. Now, if you add in the triphase cable, you still get the two original waveforms from A and B, but you'll also now get what appears to be a third, more complex waveform made up of the combination of the outputs of channel A and channel B. This waveform will appear to cycle at a different rate compared with A and B, and will give you different and unique sensations. This is the triphase signal. Depending on the frequency and levels of the waveforms from channel A and channel B, the resultant output may feel lower or higher at different points of the cycle. Still confused? Well, here is a graphic with two waveforms to give you an idea of how it all works. The output of the 2B is far more complex than a simple sine wave, and is highly dependent on the mode, the settings and the load, but this diagram will give you some idea how it works. Take channel A and set it up with an output. Bring channel B into the equation with a similar level output, but running at a slightly higher frequency. Now, if you use your triphase cable, you'll create a mixture of the two outputs as well as the two original waveforms. Looks interesting? It is. So, how do you connect up your triphase cable? Take your 2B, make sure it's switched off, and then plug in the two 3.5mm jacks into the power box. The more modern version of our triphase cable is color-coded so you know which channel is which. With older versions you just need to plug in and adjust the channels to work out what controls what. Now you have 3 output plugs, so you'll need 3 points of contact. We do supply a set of adapters so you can easily mix and match connections to electrodes with both 2 and 4mm sockets, so plug in your electrodes. Need some ideas? Why not try 3 pads on the penis? Or 2 conductive rubber loops and a pad, or 2 pads and a loop. Maybe a bipolar electrode and a loop would be a good idea, or the same electrode and a pad. Why not just try it? Anal or vaginal ideas? How about an insertable with a third connection to a sticky pad above the clitoris or behind the testicles? The options are endless. The key with triphase is experiment and find out what works for you. The black connection is effectively the ground connection, so the waveforms will cycle from black to yellow and black to red, as well as yellow to red. So there are many options to try, and like everything in E-Stim, experiment to find out what works for you. The best modes to try are the ones that create a change between the channels. So split modes, wave, waterfall, tease and torment are all good ones to try. Audio modes will work, but again, it does depend on the audio source. Not every song is going to work first time around. Remember, always start slowly and build up the intensity. Triphase can be a very nuanced style of play, so taking the time to experience what is happening will generally give you better results than slamming it all together and turning everything up to full. The triphase cable removes the isolation between the channels, so beware of this if you're planning to do anything across the chest or around the nipples. Generally we say keep it below the waist unless you are sure of what you're doing. I hope that gives you some ideas on how to use the triphase cable. If it does, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. And if you have any questions, then please leave a comment below and we'll do our best to answer them. Thanks for watching and be safe.